Welcome to Pimpy's Investment Chat, where we keep investment talk simple. And here's your host, Pimpy.
What is going on out there, peeps? All right, I'm trying to come back from the dead. In case you guys weren't aware, yeah, I've been sick the last couple of days. It felt like the flu, but come to find out, it's just another kidney infection. And I'm not sure, but it feels like I'm trying to pass kidney stones. And if you've ever done it before, it's freaking hell. I can't turn to the left without hurting. I can't turn to the right without hurting. I can't bend down without hurting. Feels like it's cramping up. Peanut blood. Yeah, it's just really, it sucks. Not that you guys want to hear all that, but that's where I've been. I had fever. Things seem to be tampering down, thank God. But anyways, I saw this video by Kyle, and I just could not pass up without commenting on this because he hit it right on the money. And he even exposed some things about Melanie that I was not aware of. All right, so let's get into this, shall we? Because this is wicked. So this is Kyle, as you guys know. Kyle is the fundamentals of finance. And look, even Kyle's come after me, but we had a conversation, and I'm hoping to get him on the show. I'm not sure if he tried to email me over the last couple of days. If he has, I have to make sure to reach out to him and let him know I've been out of commission, and that's why I haven't responded to anything. So I do want to review this because he brings up some great points that you guys should be waking up to. Seriously. People are like, Kyle sucks because he's picking on all the dinar people. Yeah, I know. You guys attack me for the same thing. It's not picking on. It's exposing them for the fucking frauds that they are. They are frauds. All right? So let's get into this one because this one, out of all of them, is the worst.
Melanie Hinds is a false prophet for profit. In this video, I'm going to expose the inner workings of her elaborate money-making scheme that preys on people of faith.
That's exactly what she does. She's not the only one. A lot of these people have learned really quick that if you bring in faith and religion into this thing, you can get a lot of people who will listen to you.
Helps you into numerous scams by spreading false hopes, baseless rumors, and crazy conspiracies, often in the name of God. She constantly claims to be some sort of financial genius, but basically everything she's ever said has been wrong. So get ready to be both infuriated and entertained by the sometimes malicious and often ridiculous things that come out of Melanie's mouth.
You should have picked this up on your own, but if you haven't, you should be pissed.
Start with 3 examples of why you absolutely cannot trust anything that Melanie says. This is the kind of person that she is. She claims to be a woman of faith.
Because, see, I read this a lot. This is my instruction book.
Now, let's see how well she follows the Bible's instructions.
I went into the bank because I needed to withdraw some cash. And so when he's counting out the money, and he counted out way too much.
And what did this devout woman of faith do?
Something missing in that bank story. You have to give the extra money back. No, I don't. No, I don't. Are you kidding me?
This is a Christian woman claiming she's a Christian. She's full of shit. She knew the person counted out more money than they should have. Did she give the money back? No. And she's claiming that God gave it to her. What Christian in their right mind would have somebody count out extra money to them and not return it? My local gold and silver guy, we do exchanges all the time. They always want to count money out. I say, there's no need. I trust them. I went to the bank to deposit it. They overpaid me by $100. I took the $100 back. That's not a made up story. That's a true story. Okay? Just because it's the right thing to do. You don't have to be a Christian or religious person to know that's the right thing to do. But this woman's claiming to be a person of God, a person of faith. She's lying. She's full of shit. The fact that she didn't even return the money or bring it to the person's attention, and then when somebody called her to the mat about it, like, hey, we know that you should have returned the money. Did you? She said, no, I don't. I don't have to return it.
Please tell us you did the right thing. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. And I'm not going to. And when God gives me a blessing, I take it in Jesus' name.
What the Are you serious? In Jesus' name. How does she know that isn't a test from God? Testing her morale. Testing her ethics, testing her as a Christian. It wasn't a gift from God. The fact that she's seen it as a gift from God and didn't return the money makes her a sick, twisted person. This is not a person of faith, you guys. That one action alone should have told you everything you should have known about who she is as a person of faith. She's full of shit. And Kyle calls her out on that. And I want to take this time to thank Kyle for bringing this to my attention and bringing this to all of our attentions because I was not even aware of this.
Wow. So the Bible is your instruction book. And one of the 10 commandments tells you not to steal. But not only did you steal, you claim that you did it in the name of Jesus.
Okay, that's just sickening to me when I hear that. It is. It's sickening to do something so sinful and then have the audacity to do it in the name of Jesus. Come on, people. Why are you listening to such a sinful person? She knew she got more money than she should have, and she said she didn't return it, and she did it in the name of Jesus. To her, it was a blessing. It's not a blessing, freaking ignorant. It's not a blessing at all, you freaking... She's not even anybody of faith that goes out there and literally admits to what she just did is not a person of faith.
It's how she was such a successful businesswoman.
The next day, one of my accounting clients, because I was doing that from home, because I gifted in that area, I love business. Everything I touch will prosper and succeed.
Really? Then why did this happen?
Both of my business suffered.
So you're gifted in business and everything you touch will prosper and succeed, but yet both your businesses suffered?
Look, you can love him, you can hate him. At least Kyle does research and he slams them. Oh man, that's awesome.
It's a little contradictory, no?
There's a lot of hypocrisy in our world today.
Yes, there is. And I've got one more example before we move on. Here you'll see how she tries to rope in the right-wing anti-government crowd. But if you're paying attention, you can see that she gets caught up in her own lie. I don't even know if she believes any of the stuff she's saying.
But if they go back to a gold standard, that's good. Because if they go back to a gold standard, then it's not variable anymore. They can't just print it like ad nauseum like they've been doing.
Okay, so gold standard, never going to happen. I did a video on that. But the point here is that she's pandering to those that lean right by showing her frustration about all the money printing.
Although there's one area, this is one area that me and Kyle, I would love to talk to him about. I almost disagree with him about not being able to go back to the gold standard. I think we should go back to a gold back asset or precious metal back assets, whatever it takes, some way to restrict the government from just printing willy-nilly. Now, I did see his video that he's talking about. I have to watch it again, but there are some questions I have with Kyle. I would love to get his expertise, opinion on why the gold standard would never happen. I just think it has more to do with them not giving up their powers, the government I'm talking about. But I think it's something that we should do. I'm not talking about the gold standard in which you can exchange your dollars for actual physical gold and silver, but I'm talking about going back to where our physical dollars are backed by actual gold and silver.
4 days earlier, she said,
Evidently, they're talking about another round of stimulus, so that's good news.
okay, so you hate when the Fed prints money, but you like the extra stimulus payments. Melanie, where do you think that stimulus came from? The magic money tree? No.
Oh, my God. People are like, I get it, Pimpy. I understand why you like him because he sounds like you. You're such a smartass. Yeah, but sometimes you have to be that way for people to get the point. Look, I'm not saying Kyle and me are best friends, man. We're not. We never even talked. He came after me too, but I'm just saying there's a lot of crap out there he's talking about that I absolutely, positively agree with. I've been telling you guys this for a long time about these other so-called gurus, that they're just yanking your chain and pumping you full of hopium. So yeah, it's nice to see somebody else that's an expert come out and say the same thing.
The Fed printed money to pay for it. Now, if you still aren't convinced that you can't trust anything that comes out of Melanie's mouth, wait until you hear some of her investment predictions. I have never seen anyone that was both so overconfident and so consistently wrong at the same time.
And I have perfect timing with everything.
So if that's true, then why did she say this in December 2021?
For those of us invested in the foreign currencies, we are still waiting. I've been waiting personally 9 years, so I can wait another week or so.
That doesn't sound like perfect timing to me.
No, it doesn't sound like perfect timing now, does it?
By the way, that was 2 years ago. So I guess now she's been waiting for 11 years. But hey, don't let the facts get in the way of a good story, right?
I'm a financial genius.
Oh yeah? Well, what should we be investing in, Miss Financial Genius?
They're called cryptocurrencies, but they're crypto assets. The best play is to hold them and then borrow against them.
Oh, wow. So not only should you buy cryptocurrencies, but you should also take out loans against them. Honestly, I don't think I've ever heard a better plan for how to go bankrupt. But she claims to be a financial genius, so we can trust her, right?
I don't say anything unless I'm sure that it's gonna happen.
Okay, Melanie, so what were you sure was going to happen in the crypto market?
Shiba Inu is climbing crazily. It's leveled off a little bit, but it's gonna go sky high. It's headed for a penny, I'd say, in the next year or two.
Well, she's a financial genius who doesn't say anything unless she's sure it's going to happen. So it must have gone up to a penny, right? Not exactly. She said that on October 20th, 2021, 1 week from the all-time high, right before it dropped 90% over the next few months. So after the crypto hype died down, she started to focus more on the Iraqi dinar scam. I don't think she cares, honestly. For her, it's all about making money. Now, to keep people coming back to watch her channel, she follows the standard dinar scammer playbook by constantly telling people they're about to get rich overnight.
Yeah, what Kyle is bringing up makes me sick. He's being honest, you guys. Come on. You can hate him all you want, but the truth of the matter is, he's being honest. What I find is that when people tell you the truth out here in the dinar community, they're hated on. I know, I catch shit all the time. Kyle's catching shit. But I do appreciate him coming out and telling you guys the truth. You don't have to like him. You don't have to love him. But at least he's going to be honest about this shit. And I'm grateful for that.
Guys, she's wrong every time. In February 2022, she said,
not only is it looking good for this week for the RV and GCR.
Then 2 months later, in April 2022, she said,
I believe it's our RV weekend.
June 2022.
On the RV front, still hearing very positive things for today and tomorrow. There is no negative news coming out of Iraq.
Wow, nothing negative in the entire country. That sounds plausible. September 2022.
But guys, we are so close to this revaluation.
Where have I heard that before? February 2023.
When it reinstates to 4x, we're golden, guys. That's what we've been waiting for. That is a magic ticket. I can only think due to the rest of the news that they are now targeting maybe June.
And did the Iraqi dinar go up over 500,000% by June to become worth 4 times as much as the dollar? Of course not. In the same video, she also said,
the latest chatter I'm hearing us, Nasara and Jassara will be in full swing on March 1st.
And did Nasara and Jassara kick in by March 1st? No, because those are insane conspiracy theories. More on those in a couple minutes, and it's hilarious. So I promise you won't want to miss it. In August 2023, she said,
don't forget, family, they have already said the official rate of 1132 a leak weeks ago.
And did it go to a rate of 1132? No, still 1300. Then last month, November 2023, she said,
it's an automatic increase in value of the Iraqi dinar. I just think it's done. God told me it was done.
But of course, it's not done. And when she's not claiming that God told her the dinar was going to revalue,
God does not talk to Melanie. I'm sorry. Usually I don't intervene in conversations like this because I don't judge people who claim to be talking to God or Jesus or anybody else. I can tell you without a doubt at all that she does not talk to God. She's full of crap. Because if God tells you something's really going to happen, then it happens. There's no kicking the can down the road.
she cites reasons that don't make a shred of sense if you understand basic economics.
It is mathematically impossible to do all the things they want to do within this budget until and unless they drop the zeros.
It's true that their budget is unsustainable. It's false that means their currency will revalue. Think about any company or person you've ever known. Have you ever heard of an unsustainable budget being a good thing? Have you ever known anyone that could just magically make their currency 3,000 times more valuable so they could pay off all their debts? Of course not. So then why would you think Iraq could do that? Now, if that was possible, why would any country ever default on their debt? Why wouldn't they just all magically revalue their currencies?
Yeah, so Kyle's bringing up something that I said over and over again. When people say, well, they can't pass this budget without a new exchange rate, it's just not going to happen. There's no way they could do all the things they want to do with the old exchange rate, which is just false. For 20 years, they've passed budgets without changing the exchange rate. It's just a lie. It's false. They can do the projects that they want to do with the current exchange rate.
Yeah, because they can't. Because it's impossible. So she's definitely not an expert herself. But is she at least giving you reliable information from reputable sources? Check out who her sources are, and you can decide.
So this is Newshound Guru Claire, and then this is Newshound Intel Guru Mountain Goat. I think it's his daughter that's picking this up for him. And then Smart Hammy. I don't know who this is, but they texted it to me, so I'm gonna share it with you. A friend of mine with special connections had an important meeting last night, and I've been given permission to share a couple of highlights from their discussion, but I can't share who the information came from. And then by Oki via Twitter, not Oki Oilman, of course. So let me get into Mr. Sandman's intel. He's my unique source. I'm the only one who has it.
There is no Sandman. And even if there was a Sandman, they're not giving her any special intel. I promise you. I exposed that a long time ago when I was just jokingly putting that me and Mr. Sandman were talking. And I got intel that she read word for word. I showed you the article. So how could a person called Sandman be giving her hot off the press intel that nobody else is getting when it's out there in the news? A real intel person would give you something that nobody else has access to. She's just a freaking liar. She's a fake person.
Kim Clement is a prophet, and he mentioned the dinar in one of his sermons.
If she's listening to people like that, it's no wonder she believes some crazy stuff. Let me know what you think in the comments. Does this sound like a sane person that you should be getting your investment insight from?
I am a tuned instrument created by God, and that's why I can hear from him. He's taught me. I had a background in meditation. Evidently, Mr. T did the rounds when he cut off the heads of the Phoenician families in the very beginning of his term.
Man, she's demonic, man. She is. Anybody that uses God and Jesus to sell shit is demonic. I have a relationship with both God and Jesus, but you'll never hear me out there going, well, God told me this and Jesus told me that, and you guys should do this and you guys should do that. Everything that I learned from both God and Jesus is my personal lessons, period.
He went around and got all these countries to agree. I think there's like 120 countries that agreed to this GESARA, which is a Global Economic Stability and Recovery Act, something like that. Basically, they help you get out of debt. They pay off your debts, debt of one home, all your consumer debt, credit card debt. And they've done that because they've seized the assets of the crooks and the crooked people that have enslaved us. Basically, that's the gist of it. I know too much. I know way too much for my own flippin' sanity at this point.
Yep, but don't worry. There's more.
Black hats own the media companies, rig elections. They do a lot of nefarious stuff. You really don't want to know who these people are and that they're being controlled by these 13 families that are behind the scenes. These high-profile people are just their minions doing their work. Black hats, unbeknownst to any of us, took our country.
I love when all these people out there, like, unbeknownst to us, behind the scenes, or without people knowing, or this is such secret that even you guys should know about it, but they all magically happen to have the answers. Don't you guys think that's a little suspicious?
A corporation. Like maybe I was chosen as part of their test group, right? I was aware when the quantum...
Yeah, trust me, the devil chose you. Yes, the devil did chose you because you're an easy target, and you mislead people with your devilish freaking advice.
Financial system came online last summer. There's also, if they do the gold standard thing, they may be doing a global currency revaluation. And because of that, this is why the good Lord, he is good always, led me to invest in foreign currencies. Because the dinar is actually in the Bible.
Interesting, because Iraq only became a country in 1932. And I could have sworn the Bible was written long before that. Well, since Melanie gives such great financial advice, how about some medical advice to go along with it?
Go on feeling bad and giving your money to the medical care system that's trying to kill you. I'm just saying, they're not trying to save your life.
Might want to fact check that one. But then again, I'm not sure Melanie has ever fact checked anything.
Even if they give you a list that says they do not exchange the dinar or the dong, they lie.
Okay, so if you walk into a bank and ask if they exchange the Iraqi dinar, they'll say no. But it's not because they don't offer that service, it's because they're lying.
Exactly. This is the thing I've been up against, Kyle. Kyle, look, this is the same thing I've been up against for a long time, man. Look, we don't have to be on the same page. And I'm not saying that me and Kyle are partnering up together. We're not. I just agree with what he's saying when it comes to the bullshit stories that are out there. I told y'all, you can go to his homepage at Fundamentals for Finance. He's done a video about me. That's fine. Okay? Absolutely. But what it comes down to is this. There's no way in God's green earth that I say the same bullshit that these other lying gurus out there do. And that's why I invited Kyle to come onto my channel, or I can go on his, and we can just talk with one another and see where the common ground isn't and see where I'm wrong. I don't have a problem with people saying, hey, you're wrong, Pimpy, in this area. Well, if that's the case, then tell me where I'm wrong. I don't have a problem with it, because the one thing I want to do is bring the honest, truthful information to people who listen to my channel more than anything else.
Why would they do that? Do you think they don't want your business? I bet if you ask them to make you a cheeseburger, they'd also say no. It doesn't mean they're lying. If they say they don't do it, they don't do it, right? How are you supposed to get them to do something that they say they don't do?
Use my ninja strategies.
What? Your ninja strategies? So wait, I'm still confused. Why would the banks lie and say they don't exchange the dinar?
They want you to have fear, uncertainty, and doubt and divest yourself of it.
Okay, let me get this straight. The banks say they don't exchange Iraqi dinars because they want you to divest, aka exchange your Iraqi dinars. I stand corrected. Maybe it will take some crazy ninja mind tricks to figure out that logic. So here's where every aspect of Melanie's channel comes together. The conspiracies, the claims about God, the fake news and false promises about the dinar, the constant claims about how much of a financial genius she is. It all comes down to one thing: making money. All aspects of Melanie's channel are designed to make money off of you, and her main method is MLMs. If you haven't heard of these, an MLM, or a multi-level marketing scheme, is basically a pyramid scheme that uses a loophole in the legal system to avoid prosecution. In a pyramid scheme, you can only make money by recruiting other people. In a multi-level marketing scheme, you just make almost all your money by recruiting other people, but you can also technically make some money by selling products. Watch how basically everything she does is a ploy to make money. One of her most common tricks is to use God to prey on people of faith.
God directed me to have the community fast. You can do Relive if you have the Relive products. If not, you could order the Relive products to help you get through your fast.
So let's break this down. She said God told her to have her followers fast. So you better do it if you're a person of faith.
Okay, this is how I know she is not talking to God. Trust me when I tell you this. Those who know the truth and have a relationship with both God and Jesus, when it comes to fasting, then you know the truth about fasting. It tells you in the Bible, as clear as freaking day. You never announce that you're fasting. You're not even supposed to be explaining to people your struggles of fasting. You're supposed to be fasting in such a way that nobody has any clue whatsoever that you're actually fasting. So if you're out there announcing you're fasting, then you're not a person of faith. If you're out there talking about how fasting sucks because you struggle with it, then you're not a person of faith. Nobody is supposed to know when you're fasting, not at all. You're supposed to be anointed by somebody. You fast for however long you set for it, and then you do it. And nobody is supposed to know about it whatsoever. That's the truth about fasting.
No, by the way, these products I'm selling will help you. The entire fast is just a ploy to push her products. Next, you'll see how she uses the lies and false hopes about the Iraqi dinar to trick people out of huge sums of money.
I'll do a personal call with you, me and you, to answer any of your final questions before this thing goes. It's probably a good idea to do that. 15 minutes is $37, but I really recommend the half an hour for $77. Super spiritual number. God promises you 100-fold, so you can't lose.
Oh, wow. So if I pay you $140 an hour to tell me mythical stories about the dinar, I'm going to make 100 times my money and I can't lose? And of course, she brings God into this one too. And by the way, quick sidebar, my math brain can't let this go. 15 minutes is $37 and 30 minutes is $77. Why wouldn't someone just book two 15-minute sessions for $74?
I caught that too, man. Oh my God. Kyle, I'm sorry. It's hard not to be in this corner. Even if you bash me, I don't care. It's hard not to be in this corner. The math brain kicks in. You're like, why isn't it cheaper for me to do this instead of that? I'm just saying, I agree with Kyle.
Either she's too dumb to figure this out, or she's trying to prey on people who are. I'm guessing the latter, but neither option is good. And here's where the MLM pitches come in. Her number one moneymaker.
I'm in the direct sales industry.
Direct sales. That's pretty much code for multi-level marketing. And how is she done with these schemes?
Literally, my husband and I can buy whatever we want. We're looking at buying a house and the keys.
So it begs the question why she needs to charge you $77 for a half hour of her time. If she was really a person of faith who just wanted to help people, would she really be charging you so much?
Ooh, yeah. So this is something that I brought up many a times. You can't jump out there and claim you're a person of faith and then charge people information that would help God's people. I just don't get that. I just don't get it. Because according to the Bible, those who provide information will be taken care of. You don't need to charge for it. The fact that she's not a person of God. Come on, people. I know she says words that tickle your ears, but what's the Bible say about those words that tickle your ears? And that is that the devil will tell you things that make your ears feel good. That's not what you want to listen to. You want to listen to the truth, the good, the bad, or the ugly. Stop listening to her. That's not a woman of God. She's not a woman of God at all.
MLMs are all about recruiting people. That's how they make their money. Watch her bait people in with lofty, unrealistic promises of how much money they can make.
It took about 4 years to become a leader in that company, be one of the top 2% of the company. And then I was still taking the actions that would get me to $12 million a year. If you want to do this, though, you'll have to connect with me at some point. If you want to do this to earn income. I built a $5 million business in this industry, and I will do it again.
So she says you can make millions of dollars per year, but you have to contact her to find out how. How is through joining one of her MLM schemes. And the one she was promoting here, their own website said that 99% of people make an average of $2 a year. No mention of that, of course, because she just doesn't care. She just needs to recruit as many people as possible so she can make millions. And if everyone else that she gets involved loses money, so be it. Here's another one. Watch how she uses high pressure sales techniques to loop you in.
So many people are responding about my new thing right now. They see what's happening. We all do. Don't you? Right? So you might want to consider something new. And for that, you'd have to email me.
I can see already people out there, oh, Pimpy, remember My Daily? Didn't you speak about My Daily? That's multi-level. Yeah, you're absolutely positively right. But if you guys paid attention to any of the videos I made about My Daily, I told everybody as plain as day, look, we're in 2020, 2021. People are looking for ways to earn money. I'm not a fan of multi-level marketing, but this company is a multi-level marketing company. You can try to use this as a way to make income, but what I was encouraging people was buying their products, not so I could benefit from it, because I actually believed in the products. So I told people ahead of time that this was a multi-level company, and I'm not into multi-level companies at all. And I encourage people to focus on the products. That's it. They didn't have to join. They didn't have to push the multi-levelness. They didn't have to do any of that. But I told you guys in advance. So don't compare me. Because I was telling people, look, if you're trying to find a way to make some type of income, this is the way to do it. It's up to you. But I was focused more on the products. And still today, I have a lot of their products with me. And I'm not even part of their multi-level scheme anymore. Okay? Just because I don't believe in multi-level schemes at all. I'm not a fan of it. But the products are really good. I don't come into these multi-level schemes bullshitting people like, hey, you can make $1 million and you could do this. And no, I tell you in advance, look, I'm not a fan of this. I don't like it at all. But I do support the products.
Again, got to be quick. It's growing fast.
Everyone sees it, don't you? If you don't want to be left out, you have to email me, and fast. But wait, it gets better.
In my last new thing, which was in 2018 before COVID hit, I sponsored, I don't know, like 60 people in 90 days.
60 people in 90 days? No wonder she makes so much money off of these MLMs.
Yeah, that's nothing. Seriously. When I told people about My Daily, there's like 300, 400 people a day. And I was telling them in advance, look, don't misunderstand what I'm saying. If you want to make a living at this, then I encourage you to do so. That's up to you. But just understand that I'm more interested in the products. And you could buy the products without joining the multi-level part of the company.
Do you think you could get 60 people to sign up for this shady organization in 90 days? Probably not, because there's usually an upfront cost to join, and 99% of people don't make money. So it might not go as well for you as she's implying. Now, of course, she tries to pressure you into signing up quickly, so you don't have any time to think about it.
This new thing, I've been in 2 weeks, and it's already... So I don't think you have 90 days.
So what kind of products is she selling with these MLMs?
Because I'm going to share with you how easy my side gig is. Okay? This is what my side gig is based on. It's a unique product that nobody else has. It's a homeopathic gel.
Again, it's easy.
What are the benefits? I mean, I've seen increased energy. I've seen better ability to build muscle. I've seen more youthful looking skin, thicker hair, thicker nails.
Wow. So no one else has this product, and the benefits are everything.
It's an anti-aging product. It's got a little bit of homeopathic HGH. If you've ever heard of HGH, it has all the benefits of HGH without any of the side effects of HGH.
Okay, so HGH is an anabolic steroid called human growth hormone. It's very much illegal to sell it without a prescription.
But I'm a very strong individual, and I have a low body fat percentage because of this, right? Not because of a lot of hard work.
So yes, she's basically saying she's selling steroids. The product is called Somaderm, and it will set you back $200 per bottle. Luckily for her, she wasn't selling steroids, just snake oil. Like a lot of MLMs, Somaderm from New You Life was basically fake. In 2019, the Better Business Bureau found that they couldn't provide any evidence to support their health claims. Then, the FDA tested their products and found they actually didn't contain any HGH, just pure false advertising. The FDA also came down on New You Life for their false claims that Somaderm was FDA registered, which it was not. Truth in Advertising and the Better Business Bureau issued many warnings in 2019 and 2020 about the company's false advertising. And when did Melanie make the video with those same claims in it? 2021. She does not care. It's all about making money. Here's one final clip that breaks down her basic process into 3 steps. Step 1, false claim and establish credibility and gets you to trust whatever she's about to say. Usually this involves either God, a statement about how smart or successful she is, or how exclusive her source is. Step 2, false claim about something she's promoting, which is designed to get you to do something that will make her money. And step 3 is the ask or the close for whatever she wants you to do. Let's take a look at the process in action.
So always try to find the proof that the information we've received is correct using official articles, which is what I bring per Sandman. I'm going to go and just read you the last official article that's out of Iraq that comes first through Mr. Sandman.
Listen to what she's saying. I'm reading you articles. I exposed her bullshit when it comes to Mr. Sandman. It's a lie. So how could it be hot off the press intel? Intel is something that nobody else has, nobody else can get, which should make you feel good about the investment that you're in. She doesn't have anything that nobody else has. She's only reading news article. I exposed that. They're news articles. That's not intel, you guys. It's not hot off the press intel. Nothing about what she's saying about Sandman 1, Sandman 2. It's funny how they always have these guys with special names. Sandman 1, Sandman 2. You have Frank 26 has D1. You know, why don't these guys just say the truth? And that is, they found some articles. They're reading it. The reason why they use these fake ass special intel people is if they're wrong about anything, then they could just say, well, that person gave me the information. I'm not wrong. They're wrong. So you could pass the buck down the road.
To my channel. I'm the only one that has it. So you want to subscribe, tap the bell.
So let's break it down into the 3 steps. First, she says you always want to verify your sources. I agree. So she sounds credible after she says that. Now, who would tell you that you should always verify your sources and then quote a source that you can't verify?
Yeah, exactly.
Melanie would. After your guard is down, she shares an official article that somehow no one has but her, which presumably would mean it hasn't been published and isn't that official. And she got
but I exposed that. I had the articles.
this article from a mythical source named Sandman that you definitely can't verify. Oh, and if that wasn't enough, she's only gonna read it to you, not show it to you. Yeah, that sounds real official.
I got you, Kyle. In this video right here, Iraqi dinar update, Mr. Sandman stops by to straighten things out and share intel. If you go there, I expose there is no Sandman. She's a fake. She's a fraud. All she does is read an article that is open to the public. It's not intel that nobody else can get. We get it. She's a fake. She's a phony. Let me give you a small example of what I'm talking about. I expose her fraud, Mr. Sandman.
It says, Iraq tax reform conference begins. Booyah, this is my bailiwick. Nobody else can talk about it like I do. Baghdad will witness the launch of the tax reform conference under the auspices of Prime Minister Mohammed Shia al-Sudani and under the slogan, towards a transparent and fair tax system. The conference's main topics will include tax policies.
Now again, this is intel that comes from Sandman that nobody else can get. This is information that nobody else can get. But here I am with the same article, letting her read it word for word.
Legislation, governance, and automation, and tax administration and accounting. Yes! The conference aims to amend tax legislation that is unfriendly to the business environment.
You get where I'm coming from, but she's a fucking fraud, man. Come on. All you got to do is come to my channel, go to Iraq Dinar Update 12/5/23. Mr. Sandman stops by to straighten things out and share intel. And you can see exactly what Kyle's talking about.
And then the ask. Like and subscribe so I can make more money when you watch my channel, so I can book you for more expensive phone sessions, so I can charge you for more portfolio reviews to hear my terrible investment advice, and sign you up for more of my MLMs where you'll definitely waste your time and lose your money.
Shout out to Kyle, man. Unbelievable. Great job in exposing this fake fraud. She's not a prophet. She does not talk to God. Absolutely, positively does not talk to God. Anybody who goes to a bank and you get more money than you should and you're aware of it and you don't return the money and you say that's Jesus' blessing, She's a fraud. This woman is a witch, you guys. Go ahead and follow her if you want, but you're being misled by a demonic personality. And that is the honest God truth. You can think of this what you want. Remember, the devil's going to tell you things that tickle your ears. I don't do that on this channel. I'm grounded. These people are not grounded. They mislead you. They use God, they use Jesus, they use religion as a way to loop you into their lies and deception. Anyways, that's it for now. I'm curious to see what you have to say. Leave a comment down below, and I will catch you later. I am out.